Got some beautiful bourbon here. Ben, open up. I got some beautiful bourbon here. Guess he's not home.
Ben's not here, but I am.
Cheers, everybody. We are back for another edition of Bourbon on a Budget. I'm TJ. We've got a rapid review, and I'm joined by...
Not Ben.
Not Ben. You don't even look like Ben.
Thank you.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. We broke into Ben's house so that we could drink bourbon without it.
So we can troll Ben because you guys have been doing all your cold openings and making fun of my cold opening together. Well, you know what? We just did a cold opening, and now we're going to do a warm drinking in your house.
Ooh, warm drinking because Ben has the AC all the way up because he's out of town.
That was also because it's a toasted bourbon.
Oh.
And it got warm to toast it.
It does.
Thank you.
Okay. What do we have here? Cheers.
What do we have here, TJ?
We have a bottle that I picked up this weekend at Liquor Depot. It's a Penelope barrel strength toasted barrel. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't see the other side of the camera, so if you couldn't see that, we'll put a picture up later. But pick this up from Liquor Depot. This is a Sunshine Select pick. Only one barrel of this went to the entire state. Oh. Half went to a store in Longwood, the other half to Liquor Depot here in Tampa. This release lasted just a little over a day. It was sold out by Sunday morning. I saw the last 3 bottles went Sunday morning, and so the 81 of them were gone.
Was the Longwood location the 5-star? Is that it? In Central Florida? Is that
sure.
There's
Possibly.
a great liquor store in Central Florida called 5-Star Liquors, and if they pick that up, that means it's really good juice.
Man, I drank a little bit of this watching you see there's a little bit gone. I mean, I'm not gone crazy with it yet, but got rid of the neck pour. Drank some of this during the FSU game the other day.
Oh, it's good luck.
It was. Have to drink it again. I'll bring some. We'll drink it together on Saturday at about noon. Mm-hmm. Seems unlikely. But excited for this. So
it's toasted. You're a toasted whore. Well documented. And this is, what's the strength on it?
Barrel at 114 proof.
Ooh.
57% alcohol. It's always been my big complaint about major toasted bourbon is that it's just so sweet and the proof is so low.
Or 1910, which is why you make a 1920 to combine it with the...
Bring it up.
Or 1915, excuse me, to make it with the 1920. Yeah.
So the proof on this is there. Man. Good nose. You didn't even talk about the nose. You just jumped into drinking it.
Well, I wanted to get the whole experience before I started talking about everything.
Wow.
The nose is exquisite. It's everything that you would hope for in a toasted bourbon. It brings out those sweet, marshmallowy, brown sugar, toasted vibes.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of berry and apple and fruitiness to me, too, which is a little bit different, I think, than I would expect from a toasted barrel bourbon.
The dark fruit, that cherry, that darkness is, and I'm even picking it up on the taste once you kind of jump into that. Ben would hate this, but we're in his house and he probably hates it we're here anyway.
I think Ben would love
the smoothness is great. I hate to
smooth. We're saying smooth all up in your house.
Very smooth. Ben's house is smooth. Very smooth.
Ben's smooth.
Ben is, you can have that take.
Oh my God. I get this sometimes, usually with a lighter bourbon. It's a little like, I'll get like a creamy coffee kind of vibe. Ooh. This is like a dark, rich, mahogany roasted, robust coffee at the finish. That toastiness almost makes it like a dark roast coffee. Old maple syrup though too, so it's this combination of robust with rich sweetness.
It's a mouthful in the best way.
One of the best ways.
No, it's really good. The toasted, it doesn't come through as just, I actually had a little 1910 yesterday. I hung out with my stepdad and just talking about some different whiskeys and stuff with him. And the 1910 comes through very, very sweet. This doesn't. It has that toasted sweetness. It has that caramel, great finish, but there's enough complexity to it, if you watch our normal reviews, to where I think there's a lot going on that it's not just a sugar bomb.
Yeah.
A lot of sweetness on the nose. It's very good. Dark fruits like cherry and berries and things like you just mentioned. But, man.
Balanced, maybe, right?
So balanced.
There's a lot. There's like 3 or 4 really. Usually, like a bourbon, if you find 2 things about it that are pleasant, like that's a win. Like if you get sweetness and the fruit, that's great. But then you get the toastiness.
Yeah.
You get the coffee richness too. There's like 4 or 5 elements to this that are really, really nice. This is awesome.
This is a really good bottle.
So did you buy me a bottle? Did we determine whether?
Well, I guess it depends on how much you like this or not, or how much I end up liking it. Because the more that I keep drinking, I'm like, man, this is great. And again, I think that proof helps it.
Yes.
With that, it's less watered down, like the 1910. Like we talked about double oak, we talked about different. Even the Elijah Craig toasted barrel is pretty watered down, with the proof being a little bit lower, and so you get the full effect of all the flavors, and that's why you're able to get the complexity. Yeah. It's not just straight sugar like some of those other ones end up being. Although this is not as slight as 1910. 1910 is still my little baby. I still love it. I'm not talking bad about you, Old Forester.
Just very different, and it'd be like 1910 just amped up to a higher volume.
Yeah, I think if you could get 1910 at full proof, like it would be.
Oh, how much would you spend for that?
I mean, value above replacement matters. But
how many doll hairs would you spend? Do you feel violated, Ben? That's also in your house.
I think I'd go. To say I had it because it's like a special release, I'd probably go $100. I mean, but you say 100, and then like if it was on the secondary market, 120, you're gonna.
My boy, I think you'd spend close to 200, knowing you.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
You would try to get below, but yeah. Okay, so this is awesome. This is really good. A pleasant surprise, much like what we did with the maple syrup finished bourbon from Taconic.
Yeah,
that sweet barrel finish with proof equates to a really nice, complex, balanced flavor profile.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a similar vibe as with the Penelope here. It's really good.
When you get something finished, it's always going to skew a little bit sweeter. And so when you drop that proof down, you know, it's not balanced at all. And that's where I think this shows its strength. Yeah. No pun intended, because it's a barrel strength. But I do think that that's what makes this really good. So, all right. Do you want to do a number rating on this? Let's do
I saw you guys do the letters. So you
letters.
Explain it real quick for me.
It's like grade school. It's A, B, C, D, F.
But there was an S as well?
S is like superior, supreme.
That's like an elite. That would be like a 9 out of 10 for us.
Yeah, which we've never had.
Yeah.
So.
B plus.
Yeah, I'm probably a little higher. I'm probably an A- on this. I'm going, you know, I love the toasted. I love the barrel strength. I love the complexity.
$70?
$70, not bad. Problem is, you can't get it anymore.
It's done.
Sold out, and they're pretty unique. So I believe this has a char level, heavy toast, char level 1.
Which is rare. Usually it's like a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And so...
Ooh, that proof's showing up a little bit hot.
It does.
It's starting to show up a little.
5-year age, they're batch C1. They try not to replicate over doing the same thing. Like the next single barrel they do on it, it'll be like a char 4 or char 3, or the toast will be medium, or like they try to vary it up. So like
teases.
Really, really cool. It truly does make it though like a, they say single barrel for a lot of different things, but this truly is like a single barrel experience. Your next one may be we were talking with shout out Bourbon Jeeper on Instagram, who is one of the reps for them. They really do vary it up a lot so that you kind of get a unique experience every single time, which is really neat. It sucks if you love something. Hopefully you got 4 or 5 bottles like I did. I said those were going to end up being Christmas presents, but I'm just going to end up keeping them all.
I don't think that's the worst thing in the world for you. That makes sense. This is awesome. If you are able to find, I'm assuming the one in Central Florida is bought out too. So, yeah. Enjoy it if you have a bottle of it.
But if you see other offerings from Penelope, MGP Juice out of New Jersey, if you see other offerings from them, check them out because they do really good stuff. I've got a rosé cask that I won over at Liquor Depot.
Joe Deckens loves the rosé cask for day drinking. He always emphasizes the day drinking on that. We're going to try that night, Joe, and see what happens.
Night drinking.
So
I'm excited to try that one too. I haven't cracked it open just yet, but if you see other things from Penelope, they seem to be popping up everywhere. They do a great job. So, Ben, thank you for letting us use your house.
Thank you, Ben.
We really appreciate it.
Cheers to Ben.
Cheers to Ben.